Hey everybody, so I am hopping on here and I'm going to talk to you today about your products, and believe it or not, it has an expiration date. And so I do want to apologize in advance. My neighbors, they're cutting their trees down and there has been a lot of noise and ruckus. And then also, with that being said, anytime I give all of my attention to you and not as much to my dogs, they tend to get a little bit needy and have some anxiety. So just bear with me, but this should be very informative and a lot of fun. And while I am here, I am going to pin this. I think this is my first time pinning it, so I'm hoping it works. We shall see. And while you're here, let me know who's watching and give me a shout out. I'd appreciate it. They tell me if I held it down, pin comment. Yes, it worked. All right. So, hey everybody, I'm Rachel Falgoo. I am a silver director with pharmacy, and I am going to do it's been a while since I've been live. I am also very excited because I have one of my beauty influencers who lives here in Atlanta. We've never met before. She's been with me for a couple of weeks and she received her starter kit and wanted to do this live with me for the very first time. So I'm going to go live again this evening with her so she can do her unboxing. So I'm super excited. She's coming over and we're going to get to meet. So I'm going to start off. I hadn't done any skincare and I'm going to do some makeup, but I'm also going to talk to you about some of your products. And so I'm going to start with the Age Reverses, get my face moisturized with our tonic. This is the Beauty Essence Tonic Spray. One of the things that I'll let you know is, and it's not mandatory by the FDA because the FDA does not do any strict regulations in the United States. In fact, you'll notice here in the US, many of your ingredients may just say fragrance and it won't list each individual ingredient that is included in that fragrance. The cool thing is that pharmacy meets European standards, so we ban over 1,300 toxic chemicals, including fragrances that are not listed in the United States, like phthalates. Phthalates are very common in fragrances, but they're very toxic and can do some real bad damage to your brain. So not a good thing. Please know what is in your products. The other thing that, again, it's not mandated, but we do at pharmacy have an expiration date that is on the back of our products. Many products with other companies do this as well. And so if you're interested in wanting to know specifically if your product has expired, remember the time frame that you bought it and then look at the very back. It'll have a little tiny bottle. The M stands for month, the Y stands for year. And so I'll help you to know whether or not you have any products that need to be thrown away. The main reason you want to do that, for a lot of us, we didn't really wear an awful lot of makeup due to the pandemic, and it's been about a year. And so anything that has like a liquid or a foundation, any type of cream base foundation or a cream powder, or an eye primer, a concealer, a contour stick, these types of products usually last about a year. And anything over a year, you should chunk it because you don't want to get any type of bacteria onto your skin from using that product. E. coli, staphylococcus or something like that, some kind of staph infection is not a good thing. And so you really do want to make sure that you are going to take a good look at your makeup before you start wearing it again, and even with your skincare as well. This is a serum, our Age Reverses line. I really do love it. It has carrageenan and sea salt in it, which is really good and part of our anti-aging line. And there goes Boots. I knew it was only a moment before she would actually start whining for me and start pacing. This is our eye cream. I really do love it. And so a lot of the stuff that I'm using now has a year expiration. Again, it's listed on our products on the very back. And here's the other cool thing, guys. If you are looking through your products and you're looking at going ahead and chunking it because you hadn't been wearing makeup in over a year, and you realize that a lot of the products that you're using is either expired or about to expire, you know, this is where pharmacy can really step in. We have non-toxic products, high quality, but extremely affordable. We don't outsource, we don't have a middleman, we do everything within our Pharmacity, which has over 10 factories, and they produce everything from the product to the product package, the bubble wrap. The only thing that they don't do is actually ship it to you. So once it leaves the warehouse, it goes directly into either FedEx, United States Postal Service, or UPS. And so that's really about the only time that they're going to outsource the products for you. And so it's really, like I said, super important that you know when your products are going to expire. And if you're looking at doing an overhaul and replacing it, you could easily go to Sephora, buy 3 products and spend $150. Or you can get some real high quality products with Pharmacy and purchase 10 products for, you know, roughly the same amount of cost and price. I do love this Age Reverses. It feels really good. It's nourishing to your skin. I did add the calendula oil. It's 100% calendula, as well it has vitamin E, which is really good for your skin. All right, and so now I have the entire skincare taken care of. I'm gonna add our primer. This primer is super great. It also has a year expiration. Anything over a year since if you've used it, so if like you hadn't really worn makeup since last year, just check out your products to ensure that you don't add any bacteria. Bacteria can really get you sick. It could also, if you put it on your face, cause breakouts. You know, and this is anything. This is not just pharmacy products. This is just any type of products that you're going to be putting on your face. It can get absorbed into your bloodstream within 23 seconds. And about 60 to 70% of what you put onto your skin does go into your bloodstream. And so please just make sure you are checking out your products to ensure that they are not expired. All right, mascara. Please don't sit here and pump your mascara thinking that you're going to get all the extra bits and remnants of that mascara. What you're doing is pushing air in there, which will actually dry it out and put more bacteria into your product. And so mascaras will last 3 months max. Anything over that, toss it, get you a new mascara. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add our VFX. This is our foundation. I absolutely love it. It's for all skin types. Again, it has about a 12-month expiration. It's extremely buildable. I don't like putting an awful lot. I don't like walking around with tons of foundation on my face. But the cool thing about this, because it is camera-ready photo filter technology, it does provide a nice full coverage, and it does take off about, it feels like anyway, a good 5 years. And so it does minimize a lot of the laugh lines on your face and any wrinkles. It does do a great job of concealing, and I'm gonna put Ring Mirror on. So I'm gonna stipple it a little bit with our blending brush. And that's the other thing. Your brushes, you should clean them once a week. Soak them. We do have a tea tree soap as well as a tea tree serum, which is kind of like an astringent. And so it does do a great job of cleaning it. And so once a week, you should be cleaning your brushes. And then every 3 years or so, you should be replacing your entire brushes. Yeah, that's true. It really is true, Boots. All right, so I do love this nice coverage. that it has given me. If I get a little closer, you can actually see if I can change. There you go. Tap on the screen, it kind of gives you a better view of what it looks like. All right. All right, so I'm not gonna put on the concealer just yet. I'm gonna add a little bit of your eyeshadow. Eyeshadows are good anywhere between a year to 18 months. After that, toss it. So this palette is super pretty. It's our Glam Up palette. I do love these colors. I use a lot of these kind of neutral colors more so. You know, we do, women, as we get older, get hooded eyes. This area gets a little bit loose. The texture of your eyes gets a little bit more dry. And so one of the things that I'm gonna do, and I'm glad we're talking about that now, is I'm gonna add a eye primer. Exactly 1 year. Over a year, toss it. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the eye. And just kind of blend it in. And you could use your finger or a Q-tip, or if you wanted to use a makeup brush, you can do that as well. I just like patting it in with the finger. And then use your ring fingers because it is the weakest fingers out of all of the fingers on your hands. And it does less damage, less tugging, less pulling, so. The tree guys next door must be taking their lunch break because it's quiet, which is nice. Perfect timing. And even if you just wanted to wear the eye primer, you could wear it just like that and it opens up your eyes. It just gives it a bit more of an awake look, but it definitely helps before you're putting on the eyeshadow. And so if you're watching this, just tune in, drop a comment, say hello, but also just check the replay from the beginning. We're talking a lot about the expiration dates on your makeup and how long you should keep it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this color. It's called Magnolia. It is my favorite color. You can see I've used it an awful lot. And I'm gonna put it all over my eye. And then I'm going to come in with the crease and I'm gonna do Warm Teddy, this pretty rich color. And I'm just gonna use your brushes towards the end. If you put it too much pressure, you're gonna have more color on one end. This gives you more flexibility and wiggle room. And so you can dot it, you can go in a circular motion or a windshield wiper, or you can kind of stipple it. And I'm just gonna do kind of all of the above. And for myself, I'm gonna come in at the crease, but I'm also gonna go a little bit higher than the crease to give that optical illusion of a fuller eye. But I will keep some of this area open and I'm not gonna really put a bunch of shadow in that area. So who's watching? Drop a comment, say hello. So yeah, our products are so affordable. That's the one thing I will tell you that I absolutely love. Definitely don't knock it till you try it. Because we ban toxic chemicals from our products and everything is done within pharmacies, warehouses, and factories. There's consistency with this company all over the world. And so you may not know this, but we recently was voted by Direct Selling News as number 30 out of the top 100 companies in the world. And so this is a amazing family-run business. They have been around for 71 years. Dr. C. Tuna founded this company. He was an actual doctor, a pharmacist. and he wanted to put medically grade skincare into the hands of women. And so a lot of the formulas that he created back in the day, he still uses to date, which is really kind of cool. And so his grandson, Sanan, who is so great and down to earth, such a sweetheart, is the CEO of this company. And he takes a lot of pride in it, probably just more so than anyone else, being a member of the board, because it's his grandfather and he wants to leave an amazing legacy for him. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it as simple as that, not too much. The other thing is when you are using like an eyebrow liner, or a lip liner or a lip pencil, because you could actually sharpen it, you can usually last about 18 months. And so if you're looking at trying to define your brows, the cool thing is you can take a pencil, stick it between this little lip here, and just kind of dot it, and then you'll go to the corner of your eye and you'll dot it there too. And that's how you know to define and how far apart you should pencil them in. And so I'm just gonna feather it. I love that these pencils for the brows are waxy because it definitely helps to keep your brows nicely shaped and smooth. If you have any questions about any of our products, please feel free to ask or send me a direct message. I'd love to get you started. If you're wondering about your products and if you should throw them away or if you should hold on to them, send me a message, whether it's pharmacy or not. I'd love to help you with that as well. But if you are having to toss out and start all over from scratch, like I said, keep pharmacy in mind because we're so affordable. You'll get more bang for your buck, that's for sure. And I'm just gonna kind of design them. If you do use a mascara type of eyebrow design, just like a regular mascara, it's 3 months. After 3 months, you'll toss it. And like I said, most makeup and skincare products have on the very back, and it may be too small for you to see, but it's super tiny in this area, but it's basically going to tell you, it's a little bottle and it'll tell you exactly how long you should keep it. So I know like a lot of girlfriends who I've spoken with have stated they hadn't really worn an awful lot of makeup during the pandemic. And so many of them are having to toss and start over from scratch. And so if you need help with color matching or you're looking for a good lip color because, you know, summertime is coming and a lot of these states have lifted some of their mask mandates. And so if you're looking for something, holla at your girl. I'd love to help you. And okay, so I just kind of nicely framed it a little bit. Going to add, let's see what color I'm going to use. I'm going to use this green. So even like an ink liner, because of the liquid form, 1 year, 12 months, toss it. All right. So I'm going to come in, and I do tend to tug. They'll tell you try not to because you can actually add more wear and tear to this area. But because my hands are getting a little bit unsteady, I'm just going to slightly tug it a little bit just to kind of hold it in place and draw from the center as thin as I can. And then I'm going to start on the outside and make my way back in. When I was younger, I used to be able to just take it and just draw one of the most perfect lines, but c'est la vie. It is what it is. I do love this color. It's super pretty. And it looks really nice with the colors that I've used. There you go. The other thing is make sure your lids are on tight because they can tend to dry out fairly quickly as well. So, and the same goes for like if you're using a eyebrow mascara brush, don't sit here and pump it. Just twist it if you can. And you'll be able to also feel when it's creamy versus getting a little bit more dry and chalky too. So this Limitless mascara, I do love it. I have super short, stubby lashes. I blame it on my mother. Like, she had non-existent lashes. And I do love this wand. I love that it's very nice and creamy, but the most powerful thing about this mascara, it has Capixyl in it. So we have a Capixyl eyebrow and eyelash serum, which would be something very similar to Latisse or Lash Boost to help to lengthen and thicken your brows and your lashes. But if you're looking for, you know, saving on time and you're looking for a good mascara that could actually do that as well, it has Capixyl in this mascara. It's called Limitless, and you can get it on my website for roughly $24. Which is super affordable. Just the eyebrow and eyelash serum itself is $25. So you're getting two for the price of one. So I'll come in with one coat, and I didn't really curl my lashes today. Oh well. Oops. This is not what I'm going to use. I'm going to use another one instead. I'll show you the difference. So this is one of my team members' favorites. It is the Star Look. So I'll show you the contrast. This wand looks like this. Just as nice and creamy. It doesn't have Capixyl, but the thing I love about this one is it helps to separate your lashes. All right, before I add any towards the bottom, I'm going to add some concealer. So I do add two different types. This one is a soft orange. I don't really have an awful lot of like dark circles or anything like that. But I do tend to, like, if I get sick or if I get tired, just enough in this area and some puffiness. And so this will help to kind of cancel that out. So I'll just dot it, 3 little dots. And I'll spray a Time Locker setting spray in the back of my hand. Just kind of wet it a little bit and kind of pat it some. And so it's very creamy. I know it's breaking your heart that I can't give you all my attention, huh, baby? But it dries matte and has a nice powdery finish. But the major difference is most makeup that does a powdery finish seeps into all the cracks, crevices, fine lines, wrinkles, and all that jazz. This one doesn't do that. It literally just sits nicely on top of the skin. And this one is a light ivory. It's the 03. And I'll add some here as well. I'll try not to do the whole triangle because this is where I tend to have most of the texture. And so I'm trying to not draw attention to it and take it away. So this is $9 on the website. Super nice. And again, will last you about a year. Hey Desiree, so it is it's a fine tip. It has a point to it, and it's not a liquid, so it's not like a brush, so it's more of like an ink liner. And what I love about it is that you literally can make it real nice and thin and sleek, or you can draw it thicker as well. Voila, there you have it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara to the bottom. I always keep handy a dry bristle because my lower lashes tend to be longer than the top. I know, weird, huh? And actually didn't make a mess. Let me not speak too soon. And so I can get both of my lashes. I'm gonna finish it with this one so they look alike and separate it. Three months, no pump, literally just kind of twist it, close it as tight as you possibly can to help preserve it. And so those are two of the different mascaras that are some of my favorites. This one is a fan favorite, literally $8 on the website. It's our Zen mascara, the most affordable one out of all, but women rave because it gives you so much length and so much fullness. And it's super nice as well. Trying to think. Those are the only ones that I have real handy, kind of like within grabbing distance. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick contour. I'm gonna do, let's see. Yep, the contour, and I'm gonna do the Rose Flash. Even though these are a stick, this is a little bit more of a creamy type of texture. And so you would literally keep this one for a good year, and then after that you would toss it. I love these brushes. Amazing. I appreciate you watching and sticking this out. You are awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour the nose. I have a long Roman nose, so I try to make it a little bit more puggy. And then this is the other thing that I love. If you want that optical illusion of a fuller lip, take a contour stick or just a contour palette and go underneath your lip, and it creates a shadow and it gives it more of a fuller lip. And then for this area, I just kind of draw some lines, try not to meet in the middle. And then you could either do the chin specifically if you wanted to do a definition of a defined chin, or you wanted to do a distinctive jawline. What I do recommend is kind of feather some of it down because you want it to blend into your neck. I do love this Rose Flash. It's not too shimmery, but it's not very flat and matte like a highlighting stick. And so I'll draw it in my nose. I'll do a little bit in this area, some on the top of the lip. When I go ahead and put it above this contour, again, I did the concealer in this area here mostly in that area is where I'm going to have a lot of the texture. And so I'll just kind of dab it on the apples of the cheeks in this area. This area is fine. I'll go ahead and draw the line in that area. There are many different ways to contour. Do whatever makes you feel good about yourself. All right, so I take the kabuki brush and I'm gonna stipple it a little bit, blend in that highlighter. And the cool thing about this contour stick is that it really acts like a bronzer. So I don't like kind of like real distinctive lines. I do love it to look a little bit more blended. I don't like those harsh lines. I also, Boots ate my glasses. And so I have a hard time sometimes seeing. So if I miss a spot, I always go and check in the mirror in the bathroom, which the light's really good to ensure that I don't walk out the house with a big baseline. So I'm super excited. Next week, I got a call last Friday from a CEO of a Boys and Girls Club, a local organization, and he just hired a brand new team director, and he was like, I want him to get trained. And that was my background: training, strategy, organizational development, all that good stuff, and working specifically with teenagers and helping clubs, local Boys and Girls Clubs all over the country and on military bases overseas, help to create strategies and plans on how to recruit, retain, program, efficacy, all that good stuff. And so he's going to contract with me, so I get to go. So I'm going to be back in the field. I may consider doing something like this on a part-time basis. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's see. Just a couple of more things. So the same thing for your lip pencil. Since you're sharpening it, you are getting rid of that outer layer of that bacteria, but they'll usually last you about 18 months. Anything over 18 months, toss them. I do love our liquid lip mats. After it's dried on your skin, on your lip, it's minimal to non-transfer. So everything that I've put on my face, including the palette, the foundation, the concealer, eyebrow pencil, mascara, the lipstick, all of that was less than $100. And so you could easily go to Sephora and buy all of those things and spend close to $200, $250. And so I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with pharmacy. Our products meet European standards. We ban over 1,300 toxic chemicals from our products. There's no parabens, gluten-free, formaldehyde-free, cruelty-free. We don't use endangered plants. And so you're gonna get an amazing product for an affordable price. And so if you're looking for a good foundation that helps to conceal some of your fine lines and wrinkles, or you're looking for an amazing skincare line, then consider going to pharmacy. Send me a direct message. I'd love to make you a believer. A couple of plugs or just one last plug before I head on out. I do want to mention, and so I have a toothpaste challenge. So we're not just skincare and cosmetics. We have this teeth whitening toothpaste that I absolutely love. I've been using it now for a good, I guess, 7 to 8 days, and I'm already noticing a difference. Absolutely love it. It has tea tree in it, root bark, all sorts of amazing ingredients that's good for whitening your skin, and it does have fluoride in it. We do have a fluoride free option if that is something that you're interested in, because you can't have fluoride and stuff like that. So cool thing is that we have something out there for everyone. Well, I am doing the 10 toothpaste challenge. It's $15.90 on the website. I would love for you to add one of these to your cart, and let me know how you like it. This is one of our new releases, and they're selling like hotcakes. And so if this is something that you're interested in addition to the skincare and cosmetics, hit me up, send me a direct message, or drop a cart below and I'll follow up with you. So thanks everybody. Have an amazing day. If you're just now catching this, do hashtag replay so I know that you've watched it through its entire duration. So have an amazing one. God bless. Mwah.